So hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Hey, this is something new. We have a special guest,
Ryan.
Ambizar. Woo!
All right, that's probably the only cheer I'm going to be getting from any audience involving this project. So I will be sure to cherish it.
All right, do you want to give the briefest of rundowns who you are before we begin?
So I am Ambizar. I am a small, well, really more of a tiny YouTuber. I specialize in live action skits.
Yeah, his skits are kind of like if you've seen the old fashioned brony like YouTubers. Like I know like kind of he reminds me a lot of Saber Spark when he used to do a lot of skits back in the day. That's what Ambizar reminds me of.
That's probably the highest level praise that I think I can receive.
Well, you deserve the praise.
All right, well, I appreciate it. You're making me blush over here.
I will now
So
begin to screen share this new thing we're doing.
I'm about to say, I hope you know what we're doing because I have no idea what we're doing.
Here you go. I hope you have not eaten yet today, or I hope you have.
Oh, I have not, so this might be painful.
All right. Let me know if it's working.
Oh, we're doing food. Foods and MLP.
Various edible foods that have been in Friendship is Magic. I thought about doing G5 as well, but I figured for now we can stick to G4 because there's already so much.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I actually have not eaten since much earlier today, so this is going to be akin to torture. I've noticed I just posted a vlog for Everfree Northwest, and in every scene where I'm just talking to the camera,
Yeah.
I've noticed that's all I talk about is eating or going to eat.
Well, that's perfect for you then. Alright. I guess you just want to start straight down the row.
Alright, so I know I've seen a lot of hay and oats type stuff, so are we going at this from the perspective of humans or horses?
Maybe, like, I would say horses, but at the same time, none of our OCs are horses either.
Well, I imagine Karens probably have a similar diet to ponies. I don't know about hippogriffs.
We can go from horses, unless it's so weird you don't want to, but we can.
I guess we can go to horses because I feel like otherwise anything that has like hay or something in it would just automatically be stuck into the D tier.
Are you saying hay's not that good?
Well, I mean,
When's the last time you've tried it?
As for me personally, I've never been. I'm hungry. I want a hay burger. So,
well,
yeah, I think it'd probably be more interesting if we went at this from the viewpoint of like if we were a horse.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right, because I see one thing in there that just looks like a bit.
Oh, there's a story behind that.
Okay.
Compute helped. Compute, you're the artist that she helped me make this and gave me a lot of ideas for it. Okay. I'll tell you about that when we get there.
Okay. So we should probably go ahead and get started.
Yeah. All right.
My stomach growls while we're doing this. I am legally not responsible.
All right. I'll just put it right here for now. This thing. Do you remember what this thing is? It was in one episode. I don't even remember the episode hardly. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh my gosh, we're just gonna get flamed in the comment section. You're not real bronies. What? You don't know everything. I do remember seeing. I know it's bread, and I do remember seeing that, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head which episode it was from.
Isn't it like a really, really old? So old it was like petrified bread from one of the episodes.
I think so. It wasn't the season 5 premiere. Those were muffins. I don't know if you have Sugar Bell's muffins.
Yeah.
Anywhere on here, but yeah, that I would say, I don't know. I mean, it almost looks like it could be like really dark rye bread, and I personally like that, but it looks a little stale. I'm thinking C tier.
I'm pretty sure it's probably super hard, so you probably can't eat it unless you're like Pinkie Pie.
Probably not. Yeah, I imagine my teeth aren't made of steel, so.
Yeah.
If I'm saying, I watch it actually be good, and everybody's yelling at us because we started this tier list off in the worst possible way.
Yeah, if I don't remember the episode that it's from, it's probably not a good episode. So we'll just keep this stuff.
Right? Am I allowed to have like a Google tab up on my other monitor to make sure we're not screwing this up royally?
Yeah, you can have whatever you want. This isn't a test. This stuff, it was
Okay, I just typed in MLP hard bread, and the first thing that pops up is like a loaf of bread with Apple Bloom's face photoshopped onto it.
pretty accurate.
Oh, it's from the parent map. Yeah, that was the episode with Starburst and Sunlight, and they went to that bakery, and yeah, they threw the bread on the counter, and it broke the counter.
Okay.
So let's move that into the D tier, because if that's breaking countertops, that's not edible.
Okay.
All right, see, disaster avoided. We're pro bronies. We know what we're talking about.
Exactly. Just like whatever these things are, they look. What these are, right here.
Okay.
They're like chocolate.
I don't think those are Sugar Bells muffins. I'm gonna double check that.
I'm pretty sure as well.
Because I remember that scene, and I don't think that's what they look like. Well, it's not necessarily showing me what Sugar Bells muffins look like.
They look pretty good though. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah, those do. I'm assuming I'm not. It's not showing me on Google Images for whatever reason. Oh yeah, okay, no, they're not. I can't remember where those muffins are from. This is just gonna be us being exposed.
This is gonna be like, what episodes is this food from?
But yeah, those do look good. If I had to guess, it's a little bit on the small side on my screen.
Yeah.
But looking at those, they almost look like they could be like banana nut or something like that.
Yeah, like a banana nut chocolate thing going on.
Oh yeah, and I like me some banana nut muffins. So
yeah.
I'm thinking A tier personally.
A-tier?
What do you
yeah,
think?
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking A tier.
All right. So
straight up.
Okay,
apple.
I feel like we'd be crucified if we didn't get the next one.
A straight up apple. What episode is this from?
All right, so straight up apple. I'm hoping Applejack's not watching. I like me an apple, and as horses, we'd be able to just chomp that in one bite.
Yeah. Well, I have a beak. I'm not sure how I would deal with it.
I'm sure you could figure something out. Great. Now we're like 5 minutes into this, and I'm already being speciesist.
Was it season 1? One of the scenes, I think it was season 1 episode 4. I think it was whenever Applejack did a big munch on an apple like this, and it looked really delicious. Like for some reason they animated it, and the sound effects of her eating it were so good.
Yeah, when was that when Trenderhoof was looking at her?
Maybe. Yeah, well, that's one of them.
It was like fantasizing. Yeah, that might be it. I remember in the episode, in the season 2 premiere, Applejack like went to take a bite of an already bitten apple, and then like she bit it, and the apple like put itself back together.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
That's a little weird, but yeah, I think B's a good place for apple. Middle of the road. We can use it. We could use an apple to gauge everything else. Like, would we rather have something else than an apple?
It's a good idea. All right, now the bit. All right.
Okay, so you said there was a story behind the bit, and I've got to hear it.
My friend Compute, she made a good reasoning behind the bit, right? Because she sent me various pictures in Friendship is Magic where Earth ponies specifically would use their mouths to carry the bits and pay for stuff. So how many times do you think a pony accidentally swallowed one by putting it in their mouth to pay for everything? Like,
I mean, that is a fair point. I mean, I imagine Earth ponies and Pegasi especially swallow a bunch of stuff.
On accident, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I personally wouldn't have that problem because, my OC is a Kieran, so
yeah.
I have that levitation magic. I don't know quite what other magic. I don't know if Kierans can really do magical spells or anything. They were not expanded on very much in the series, which I've complained about to almost no end.
Maybe in G5, we'll learn,
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, I mean, if we had a dragon with us, then I'm sure dragons would probably they like gemstones, so I would assume they probably like gold.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I think I'd still rather eat that bit than the bread that broke a countertop, but...
Yeah.
I mean, at least you could, maybe take it like a pill if you had to.
Yeah. So probably.
So are you thinking C or D for that one?
I think C. D we can leave all the stuff that actually looks really bad.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
So all right. So we'll go C for that. All right.
Caramel apple.
All right. So candy apple. Man, I have not had candy apples in a while, but they are. I'm thinking this might be our first S tier.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I love candy apples.
I do love candy apples, especially when they're made right. Because sometimes the stick of the candy apple's covered in caramel, and that makes it sticky, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But yes, if I was
because you know equestrians, especially those in Ponyville, they love their apples. So I mean, when you cover that in like caramel,
yeah,
it's like that's the next step.
How has no one covered an apple in caramel and put like Nerds candy all over it? Now I'm thinking like Pinkie Pie.
Bro, you're the kind that's the kind of critical thinking that we need in this day and age. I never even considered that.
Yeah.
I've had like a caramel apple covered in nuts, but
yeah. Oh, I guess that'll be a good S tier then. Solid.
All right, so there we go. Now we have every base covered. Now we have a base. We have something to compare everything to.
Well, the thing is, I think I like whatever this next thing is even more though, because check it out. It's like an apple, but it looks like the caramel or whatever is like inside the apple. Like they cut it open and filled it with something.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought those were spoiled apples.
Oh shoot! I'm pretty sure it's not because it was in the episode with Sugar Belle and Big Mac whenever they got together. It was like on Sugar Belle's counter, so I'm pretty sure she wouldn't leave spoiled apples.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, no. I'm actually looking at a picture of that stuff right now.
Yeah.
So yes, they are. Okay, well, this thing I'm looking at right now is calling them candy apples, but I don't know if it's quite the same thing.
They're a bit different, I guess.
So the thing is, they're kind of like apple sandwiches. Then you just like cut an apple in half and you slap some caramel on them. But would that be better than a caramel apple? I don't think it would, because caramel apple, you got the caramel all over the outside of it.
This one, I imagine you'd bite into it and it'd be like a gusher.
That is true. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if it's just like, a little layer of caramel in the middle, or if like the whole thing's just like hollowed out and full of caramel.
Well, I imagine if
it's like a reverse candy apple.
Yeah, if Sugar Belle made it, it probably is like well made. She knows what.
Okay, yeah, you have a point. Yeah, okay, you have a point. If Sugar Belle made it, it's probably worthy of S tier.
Should we put it behind the other one?
Yeah. I mean, whatever you want to do. I mean, you're the one controlling that, so.
It's probably.
I feel like if you disagree with me on anything, you can probably just overrule.
Plus, we're thinking of like we're being ponies, right? And ponies love their apples, so anything like this is probably like amazing for them.
Yeah. Ponies love apples and sugar. Seems to be the lead.
All right, the next
one.
All
right. Oh, this next one's okay. So this is where we really have to start thinking like a horse, because I don't think I've ever looked at a hot dog and I'm like, but what if it had a carrot instead?
Oh, yes.
So this is a G5 food, is it not? I don't know. I think it was G5. No, they had these in G5. They had these in G4 and G5.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there were carrot dogs in the Make Your Mark special too. I'm pretty sure.
Well.
So I'm trying to think if I was a person eating this, I mean, unless maybe if like you like steam the carrot with like some seasonings or sauces or whatever, it might be okay, and it was like soft. But I think as a horse, this is probably A or B tier. I think a horse would really enjoy this.
Yeah, I don't think I would like it as much as just. Would I like it as much as just an apple?
I think B tier is a pretty safe place for it.
Probably.
I think it would at least be good. It'd at least be decent.
Yeah, I can imagine. Especially if you really like carrots. I mean, like,
So, all right, we'll just say B. That seems like a pretty safe place.
Yeah. And these are just straight up cupcakes with like little apple
pieces on top. Yep, those are apple cupcakes. Yes. I'd say A tier. I'm a pretty big cupcake fan.
Do you think these are apple flavored cupcakes or just an apple on top?
I'm pretty sure. I know I've seen those in the show before, but I'm trying to think what specific episode. I want to say those were made by
Mrs. Cake.
Oh yeah, I think this was the episode with Applejack's parents, and this is one of the things that Mrs. Cake made with all the apples that Buttercup used to bring her.
Well, now people are gonna scan that episode, and if it's not there, you're gonna be called out.
Okay, well, I mean that's just kind of the luck of the draw on these kind of things.
Yeah, A-tier's
so, but yeah, I'd say a solid A. Apple cupcakes. Do we want to go A tier or S tier on this? Because I mean, they're made by Mrs. Cake, they're gonna be good, and then they're apples straight from the apple farm. Which is what I assume the S tier apple things are. I'm pretty sure those came from Applejack's farm too.
We could put them in low A, I guess.
Okay. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of S tier foods.
And all the S tier are just gonna be apple related. Okay. Next, it's cut off a bit, but that's like the big fancy cake at the very end of the the friendship.
Mystery on the French
Yeah, that one. Mystery on the
that's an automatic S tier, surely, right? Like
Yeah.
that's 3 signature desserts wrapped
Yeah.
into one.
It's like the
Like that one. That won a contest.
It does not look healthy at all, but Celestia approved of it at the end, so.
Oh yeah.
So it's got to be good.
Oh yeah, that's Pinkie Pie's meringue madness cake. Gustave's eclairs, Pony Joe's donuts, and a chocolate mousse. So.
Familia Miles.
I feel bad. I feel like I've been talking over you for most of this.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're more outgoing than I am. I don't. You know.
Okay.
All right. This straight up Donut Joe's Donutopia?
Yep. Donutopia. Okay, I was about to say I know what it is. I forgot what he called it.
Well, this is another S tier. Lord A, do you think that'd be too much? Do you think...
I don't know. Well, the thing is, I like donuts. Everybody loves donuts, but and I mean, even though it's like I'm thinking of this as basically like a basically 20 dozen donuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, is it going to be S tier? I'm afraid we're putting too many things in S tier.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's probably deserving of S tier too. Like that's.
I think ponies just make really good food.
I don't know. It is donut. I mean, Spike got addicted to Pony Joe's donuts, so they're probably worthy of S tier. I don't think we can leave that one out.
Yeah, these are just so, bakery specific episode. So.
Yeah, you just picked a lot of heavy hitters, bro.
Yeah, I found some good ones. Like this one. You remember this one?
All right. Are those the muffins that Sandbar got for the Student 6?
Nope.
Oh, they're not. What are they?
It's the Philly Scout cookies that Rainbow used to make the prank happen that turned everyone into zombies.
Oh, okay, yeah. In my defense, for everybody who's calling me out, I'm seeing this on a Discord share screen, so the pictures that I'm looking at of these foods are probably not even like 1 inch by 1 inch. So I have a very limited view, but yeah. I think those can go into C tier, is what I'm thinking, because they are definitely good, but they were used on I was about to say they turned everybody into zombies, but they didn't. They didn't actually.
Yeah.
But they were used for a very cruel prank.
They did look really good.
Yeah, so I don't know. Are you thinking like B or A? What's your opinion on this?
They looked really good, but I don't think the prank took away a lot from the flavor at all. So it might just be a B or an A or a B. I'm thinking.
Why don't we go ahead and put them in A? Because I mean, real Girl Scout cookies slap pretty hard.
Yeah,
so
I don't think
we'll put them in A.
Yeah, I don't think the prank takes away from the flavor. Like they still look like they enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's a little unfair of me.
All right,
we'll put them in A. All right. Now,
cake?
what are those? I can't make that out very well at all.
I think that's a funnel cake.
Is that a funnel? Did they have funnel cakes in MLP?
I think they had like one of those. I'm pretty sure somewhere. This is. I can't remember what episode. Probably an Apple-related episode.
Okay, yeah. There was Pinkie Pie made a funnel cake. Apparently, yeah, Pinkie Pie made a funnel cake in season 7. Okay, so that is a funnel cake. Funnel cakes are pretty good.
They are pretty good. I don't think I've ever had one in real life, honestly.
It's one of the worst things you can possibly eat because it is just fried sugar dough. But
that sounds good.
I'm thinking an A is probably good for this one.
Yep. Me too.
Because I feel like we've started stacking the S tier with like some god tier desserts.
Yeah.
Like I'm starting to wonder if maybe the caramel apples don't belong in S tier anymore because they're next to the apple cupcakes and two ultimate dessert creations. So
yeah, maybe we can bring them down later if we feel like we need to.
Yeah, we can make an adjustment at the end.
All right, gingerbread house thing.
All right, I'm gonna make a hot take here. All right,
do it.
Gingerbread is one of the most overrated dessert foods of all time.
Oh.
Making a gingerbread house is really fun, and I have some awesome memories with family, especially making gingerbread houses. but I almost never actually ate them afterwards because gingerbread is not that great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is like C or D tier, or probably
Yeah.
not D tier. I'm not gonna be that mean, but like B or C tier personally.
Yeah, and have you ever had like a gingerbread house that's been sitting on the counter for like a week? Like, that
Yeah, like that's
icing is-
like most like I have eaten some gingerbread houses after they've been sitting there a week, and obviously at that point it's probably not a good idea to eat them.
Yeah.
But like I've been a kid and I've like eaten gingerbread like out of the package before we could even assemble it into a house. Then I'm sitting there eating it thinking this is not that great.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I don't know.
think-
Might just be me. I might get some true hate in the comments for that. But if you like gingerbread more, then you can feel free to put it in the B tier. But I'm thinking C tier.
I'm thinking C tier because if you leave it out too long, the candies start getting like really hard and the icing gets really crusty.
Yeah, and the gingerbread gets a little bit stale.
Yeah, and I feel bad for ever eating a gingerbread house because it just looks so pretty. Like, why would you want to eat it?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking C.
So that's probably our biggest hot take.
Yeah. Now the famous Hay Burger.
Hay burger. It looks like you got 2 hay burgers
on
the list over here for us.
That one's a different one. That one's different.
That one's a different one.
That one's
Okay.
different.
Is that like the quarter pounder hay burger?
Maybe, and I'll let you know when I get there. All right.
Okay, so I'm wanting to immediately knock this because I remember in the episode Twilight eats these hay burgers. Like, were they hay burgers or oat burgers in that episode? I think they were hay burgers.
Hay Burgers in that one, yeah.
Okay, but I just remember her eating these as like messily as possible, and it was kind of gross to watch.
What?
So,
I thought they looked delicious when she was eating.
I mean, maybe. Honestly, like, I don't know if you have them up, but I think the hay fries looked a lot better than the actual hay burgers.
Oh, yeah?
But, like, I'm trying to, like, obviously if I was a human, I wouldn't want to eat a burger made out of hay. But I'm trying to think of this, like, as the horse-esque species.
Yeah, would they like their hay burgers crispy? Or is the hay
Yeah, I was about to
just
say, I'm
raw?
thinking, if you fried the hay and made it crispy and you put it on there like a good sauce, I'm thinking B tier is a pretty good spot for these.
Yeah, pretty solid.
If you want to compare them to like a typical fast food burger.
Yeah, but they're there with the carrot hot dogs for sure.
Yeah, there you go. Fast food is apparently just going to be a baseline B.
And here we got a bowl of leaves. I don't know.
I believe that's not Angel's salad. Is that the salad Fluttershy I tried to make for Angel, or is that something completely different?
I think it was just on a picnic blanket, so they must have been eating it themselves.
Okay, so that just looks like a plain salad. It doesn't even look like it has any dressing or something on it.
Looks like there's a single tomato on top.
Single tomato. Yeah, I'll tear into a good salad.
Yeah, I love
like
salad.
especially like Olive Garden salad with that like vinegar dressing and Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
Like but I'd say that just looks like a bunch of leaves and a cherry tomato. I'm thinking B or C. What are you thinking?
Well, if it was a normal good salad, I'd go like maybe like an A or a B. But this one was just leaves. It's just leaves.
Yeah, we're going under the assumption that there's nothing on it except just like lettuce and maybe a few cherry tomatoes. We'll put it in C tier because I mean, it's probably the healthiest thing we've seen so far. But
I mean, maybe probably.
I think as far as flavor, unless there's something on there that we're just not picking up, it'd probably be pretty average.
Yeah. Oh well, that sounds good to me. We got a nice even split now. It's not too heavy on the S.
Yeah, it's very very aesthetic so
All
far,
right,
and
that's another S here.
Yeah, that is immediately going into the S tier. That's the cake. I'd say the main 6 threw away their morality compasses for that cake.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
It's gotta be good. Rarity ruined her eyelash just for that cake.
Oh yeah, I love that episode so much.
Me
That's
too.
one of my favorite episodes.
Me too. I love that one. I watch that one all the time. If I have to rewatch episodes, it's always like something from season 2 or something. Season 2 is my favorite.
I think that was season 1, unless I'm
No,
wrong.
season 2.
Oh, that's season 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I have people yelling at me. I've had people yelling at me in the comments all video. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, so I know what this next one is. That's the muffin we've seen in like 1,000 episodes. They
Yep.
reused that asset so many times.
They did. They used... Derpy loves it.
Yeah, Derpy loves it. The thing is, like, I don't want to trash muffins. I don't. But it looks like a pretty plain muffin. I'm trying to figure out what those spots are supposed to be.
Chocolate?
Like, chocolate? Well, the thing is, some of them are like pink.
Yeah. Maybe.
So I don't know. I think they're just kind of plain muffins. I'm thinking A or B tier.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, as much as I want to put them in S for the meme, they're just, they don't. I don't feel like they stack up against the other desserts we got up there. They're just plain muffins.
Yeah, probably.
And not
B.
to mention, apparently they're at every equestrian bakery ever because they've been in so many episodes.
Oh, don't let Derpy hear you say that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure she won't watch this. Now there's got to be somebody like with the username Derpy that's going to call us out in the comments.
Hopefully.
Oh my gosh.
Next, we have this here. And this one's the oat burger.
All right, so that's the oat burger.
The oat burger, yes.
Okay, so what episode was that one in?
Wouldn't have no idea.
All right, well that's why I have this little Google tab here. Hopefully the people at home can't hear me typing. I remember now. It was from that episode where Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash went to like a trader union or a trade event.
You trade ya?
Yeah, trade ya. And there was like an oat burger stand.
Oh yes.
Okay, so I remember. So I feel like this should just go in B because the hay burgers were there.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I mean, it's just another fast food burger. It's just slightly different.
I don't know what I would like more, the oat or the hay.
I don't know. I mean, the oat burger looks thicker, but I feel like hay would be crispier than oats.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what oat tastes like. I didn't know they were that big.
I don't know. Well, I mean, again, we're supposed to be thinking as if we're like our OCs, I guess, if we're horses. And oh, wow, my voice, that was an awful voice crack. But yeah, if I'm thinking as a horse, I feel like I'd probably want a crispier hay burger instead of like an oat burger with like a bigger patty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're pretty interchangeable. I mean, I'm pretty sure if we were our characters, we'd probably be happy to eat either.
Yeah, it depends on the mood, but yes, B sounds good.
It depends on the mood.
Yeah.
I like how you said that.
Next, the pancakes.
Those are the ones Celestia made for Luna and she never ate, right?
No, I think this. Well, I can see Rarity in the back. 'Cause I'm pretty sure this is the episode where Twilight fell asleep on them and was like, "I'm pancakes."
Oh yeah, when they were all eating pancakes. Okay, there have been quite a few instances of pancakes in this show.
Has there been any waffles?
I don't think there has.
Oh, I guess we know.
I'm sure if there has, somebody will correct us again. But
what would you say about this one?
Now I love me some good pancakes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think just about every convention ever has had like a Denny's or something next to it. So anybody who's like an OG of brony conventions has had plenty of pancakes in their day. But I don't think they stack up to the desserts that we have near the top. I would say A tier.
Yeah, sounds good. Because I thought they looked delicious by the way they were animated. Because when you saw like Spike take some when Twilight gave her pancakes to Spike, the way he
was horking them down.
Yeah, and they were the way they were animated and the sounds they were making, like they always look so good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're definitely a contender for S tier, but I don't know how they compare to all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Definitely knocking on the door of S tier, but I don't know if I'd put them all the way there.
They don't have syrup on them, so that's
that's also a big.
Now, this thing.
The carb-load sandwich. I know exactly what that is.
This is the one that Rainbow Dash really loved, right? From the one with her parents in it?
Yep, and it's got macaroni, noodles, and mashed potatoes.
You remember that, like, in the back of your head?
Well, I'm also looking at a picture of it on Google Images. But yeah, it looks like it has sheet pasta, like lasagna.
Yeah.
Some other noodles in the very middle, and then looks like mashed potatoes and wedges of potatoes, and then macaroni elbow noodles. So basically, it's just every conceivable form of carbs in one sandwich.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty. It's pretty good.
I personally am looking at that like I would never eat it.
Oh.
Like I don't know. The thing is, it looks like it has like no excess flavoring. So I feel like it's potentially unseasoned mashed potatoes. There's no sauce or anything for the noodles. I feel like it'd be an extremely bland sandwich.
Maybe. The thing is, I would eat it, but I don't know if I could eat it. Like the way it's stacked.
You might disagree with me on this one. I'm thinking C tier. I would not want to eat that.
Man.
I mean, I know you were looking at A tier, so if you disagree with me, maybe we put it in B tier.
Yeah, maybe right in the middle.
All right, let's agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I got no idea what this next one is. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's just straight up peanuts.
Oh, are those from the Equestria games?
I think. No, don't get me. No, I think it's from the one episode where Pinky, Rarity, and Applejack went on that ship, and they were like telling different stories to each other about what really happened, and they were mad at each other.
Oh, okay. So I think I remember. So those are just a bag of roasted peanuts.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I mean, I like peanuts.
Yeah, but do I like him as much as Apple Muffin Burger?
I don't know. It's just I feel like putting them in C would be a disservice to peanuts because roasted peanuts right out of the shell are pretty decent.
Put it on high C.
Yeah, that's a good point. Would I want to have those over hay burgers?
Yeah.
I personally would definitely want to have those over the carbo load sandwich. If they're C tier, they're definitely the top of C tier.
Yeah.
I feel like the bit should be the bottom of C tier because I would definitely rather eat a gingerbread house and a dressingless salad before I ate, a piece of gold. Yeah. I don't know. What are you thinking? I feel like C might be a bit too low because roasted peanuts kind of slap.
Oh man, I haven't had peanuts in a long, long time. So if you want to put it at B, we can put it B because
Let's put it at the bottom of B tier.
All right.
Let's just do that.
That sounds good to me.
All right, we can probably arrange the tiers a bit more at the end.
Yeah. All right.
But all right.
This next one I think is.
So
I just put a bunch. I think it's just a bunch of pies. Those random pies.
Bunch of pies. Pies are good. I'm thinking A tier.
Yeah, a lot of the pies they made for the show, they made look really good.
I'm thinking A tier is fine. There was also that episode where Rainbow Dash didn't like pie.
Yeah.
And it brought Pinky's world crashing down.
Speaking of which, the next one.
That is absolutely S tier.
It is S tier. That looks so good. I was like,
that looks so good. Oh my gosh! Ever since that episode about Zap apples came out, I wanted one so bad. I'm thinking, what would that taste like?
Did she say it was made from Zap apples?
It has to be because it's rainbow flavored. I would assume it was.
Could they not do what we do like in the human world and just make rainbow coloring and stuff on it?
Yeah, but I mean, the way Zap apples work, because you got a Zap apple down there, they were rainbow flavored, and and all the desserts they made out of them, like Zap apple jam and Zap apple desserts are like at the top of my list from like cartoon foods, non-anime cartoon foods I'd want to try.
They do look good, yeah. So, do you think top of it?
I spelled dessert wrong, but that's okay. Wait, what? I just typed in Zap apple desserts, and like apparently there's a real recipe for Zap apple jam.
That'd be good. Bring that to HarmonyCon.
I'm thinking that might not be because I'm seeing a pie made from Zap apples, but it doesn't really look like that. But yeah, it still looks really good, so we'll leave that in S tier.
Could still be made from Zap apples, but
yeah, could possibly if it was the right time of year. We'll assume it was for this sake. I think it was just colored. I imagine it was probably just colored because Rainbow Dash had just become a Wonderbolt, so it's like a celebration pie.
Yeah, it's a shame that Rainbow Dash did not want to eat it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
The next one
I would eat
from
that
the
pie.
same episode.
I don't think there's much argument on that one.
I don't think Rainbow Dash should be included. We'll just conclude the pie part.
Yeah, I think that's going straight to D tier.
Yeah,
that's horrifying.
That is horrible. There's like a worm sticking out. I see, like a half-eaten apple right there. Because I guess it isn't made from like trash or something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was made from Rainbow Dash's personality.
Oh, nice one.
All right, I just lost the few subscribers I already had.
Oh yeah, well.
100% worth it.
This next one,
I hope AC Race Fest never watches this.
Oh man.
Or Dusty Cat. So that's Rock Soup.
That's the Rock Soup. Yes.
Now I would 100% try Rock Soup.
Yes, it looked interesting.
Yeah. But then again, I'm not a member of the pie family, so would I be able to eat? I'd be able to drink the soup. But unless they use a really special kind of rock that like softens when it's boiled, I don't think I'd be able to eat the rock. I don't think any of the apple family could do it if memory serves.
Yeah, what is the soup made of? Like, we saw the rock. It can't be made of... The soup itself can't be made of rocks, can it?
The soup is made of soup.
No.
Well, I mean, most soups just have like water or maybe like cream mixed in with, seasonings and soup ingredients. So I imagine it's the same thing going on. I'd say C tier. I can't imagine it's too good, but I'd still be curious enough to try it.
Yeah, every time I watch that episode, I still think that soup looked kind of good, though. I don't know why.
So yeah, I can't imagine it'd be too good, but you know what? Maybe we'd be wrong.
Yeah.
We'll give it the benefit of the doubt and keep it out of D tier.
Yeah. Boom.
Okay, so that's the crystal cupcake that they gave to Spike.
For his birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it a crystal cupcake or a sapphire cupcake?
I think it's sapphire.
Okay. So this is a weird middle ground because it's made for a dragon and they're the only ones that eat gemstones.
Yeah.
So would this be edible for us?
I'm sure ponies and stuff could eat it. But I don't know. I think we should rate it A or B because it always looked delicious to me, even if I know I couldn't probably.
Yeah, it's just I feel like the thing is like if it's actual sapphires in there, like I don't even know if we'd be able to like digest it.
Oh man.
I'm thinking B tier because I'm wanting to put it in C tier, but you're wanting to go B or A. I'm thinking B tier probably. Yeah. That's like the happy medium.
I just really want to eat it.
Yeah, I'm sure if we could eat it, it'd be good, but I'm just afraid since it's actual gems, like you just kind of shred your small intestine trying to get that through you.
Yeah,
that's what I'm worried about. Unless like they were cooked in a way, because I mean, we've seen spikes just chew through gemstones, so I imagine the way it was prepared, the gems weren't softened up or anything.
Yeah, probably not. Oh well, B seems good.
All right, strawberry.
The age-old question: strawberry or apple?
From one of the, I think B is a good because I mean if we put apples in B, I think it's fair to put strawberries in the same tier.
All right, but which one goes ahead of the other? We can't get away from this.
Oh. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There aren't many fruits I don't like.
Yeah, same.
I will say I think I personally prefer strawberries over apples.
Yeah, maybe same.
Like I would happily eat both. I would happily eat either, but I think I prefer strawberries. And I will say that the scene that particular strawberry was in was one of my favorite scenes in all of Friendship is Magic.
Mine too, yeah. I watch that scene all the time just for fun.
Yeah, just the strawberry Pegasus just absolutely slam dunking on apples. I didn't really like that episode overall. But I love that particular scene.
Wasn't that the spa one? Was that the spa one with Applejack?
Yeah, that was one with Applejack and Rarity where Applejack was going to be like judging a fashion contest or something.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what season that was in.
Right.
So, the next one.
Ooh, is this some kind
what is that?
Is this some kind of angel food cheesecake thing with the
I don't know. I feel like I've seen it before. I mean, I've watched every episode of Friendship is Magic. I'm sure I've seen it. But I'm trying to think of what it is. I don't think this is a major dessert. I don't think it was ever explained exactly what this was.
It's one of those background desserts.
Like Applejack.
It looked good.
Yeah, I would say A or B tier.
Yeah, I'd say A. We don't know much.
I mean, it looks like a pretty good dessert, and I'm pretty sure it popped up at Sugar Cube Corner, so the chances of it not being good are pretty low.
There's a lot of unhealthy stuff up in A and above. Ooh. Like this? What is this? These are from the These are from that episode with the saffron salsa, and like the
restaurant episode.
Yeah, the restaurants with them.
Oh, okay. So this was the place that what was it? The Tasty Treat.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is one of their entrees.
Yeah. They had this on the table.
Well, I would say this is an A or potentially S tier because that food was good enough to basically break the restaurant critic system that was reigning over Canterlot. So that food has to be good.
Yeah, and if it's spicy, I really like spicy food.
I'm thinking,
Should it be our first non-dessert on S?
I think so. I think it deserves. I mean, because the Tasty Treat apparently had good enough food to where everybody just kind of threw that food critic, I forgot her name, just kind of to the curb. And it inspired a restaurant revolution. So I would think that food was probably pretty awesome. I'd definitely go, if I was in Canterlot, I'd definitely go to the Tasty Treat and eat there at least once.
Yeah, same here.
So I think that's fair.
All right.
Okay, so you know what those look like to me, since I'm looking at a very tiny picture of them. To me, those now again, I'm staring at a tiny picture of them, but they look like the cherry pies you get at McDonald's.
They do look a lot like the cherry pies you get from McDonald's.
I'm guessing they're supposed to be tarts, like apple tarts or maybe cherry tarts.
Yeah, they look kind of cherry tartish. Yeah.
All right, so we'll call those cherry tarts, and I guess we'll just endure all the anger if we're wrong about that.
Could be apple tarts.
So, cherry tarts. I think I'd put that in B. Those are more like a carnival food type thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd be good. I don't know if they'd stack up with the A tier desserts.
Yeah, I'm not excited one way or another about this. So.
I'm sure it'd be fine, but I don't think it'd be special.
Yeah. All right.
S tier.
Zap apple.
100% S tier. I want to try a Zap apple so bad.
What do you think it tastes like?
I imagine all I can think of is like an apple but better, because I think in the actual episode it was either Granny Smith or Applejack. I think it was Granny Smith that said basically every dessert that they made with Zap apples was like the best dessert they've ever had. So it has got to slap.
Imagine it's like a really
It's
sweet
got to be good.
apple. Is it
Got to be like really sweet.
Is it healthier than
I
the
would
other
love
apple?
I would love to taste a Zap apple. I should have eaten before I did this. This was a mistake.
Nah. It improves the experience.
I think it does. It's coming from a more genuine place since I haven't eaten since like 10:30.
Yeah.
And I'm recording this at like 8 p.m.
Okay. Anything we need to move around for the last bit of this?
Okay, so I think the bit should definitely be the last place in the C tier.
Yeah.
Because I at least want to try the rock soup. I don't think I'd be tempted to eat a bit. I think D tier is fine. I would eat the rock solid bread before I ate whatever that pie was.
Yeah.
All right, so in the B tier, what do you think would be the first food you'd want to try if you had an opportunity?
In the B tier?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this, but I know you don't like it.
Yeah, I have to hardcore agree with you there. I think that the hay burgers and the oat burger should probably be the king of B tier.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'd try a hay burger probably first.
All right, and then I guess if you're so dead set, we can put the carb-load sandwich right after that.
Oh, heck yeah.
I guess it's at least somewhat a similar thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
our king would be the Zap apples? Wow.
well, I'm still looking at B tier.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you want to move up to S tier. Yeah, apple. Did we agree to put strawberries before apples?
Oh, yeah. Don't think we
And
agreed.
tick off all the Applejack fans out there.
Yeah, I like apples when they're like sliced and I can dip them in caramel.
Yeah, those are good. I can just sit and eat apples, but I like strawberries a lot too.
Yeah.
I think we'll call those interchangeable. Because I mean, I don't think that you'd ever really say no to either of them.
That's the weak answer, man. You gotta make people mad.
All right, so what I'm thinking is after the apple and the strawberries, I think it should be carrot dog, cherry tart, muffin, peanuts, and then the sapphire cupcake.
Think it looks good, or B tier at least.
Yeah, I know you said that I would move the peanuts to right before the sapphire cupcake.
Oh. Like that?
About to say, I know you said you wanted to try the sapphire cupcake, so if you want to move it forward a bit, you can. But I'm really scared it'd be inedible.
Yeah, it's more of a risky kind of food.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like a blowfish that you can get in Japan.
Maybe it's like a thing where you could lick the icing and you get if you you can suck on the sapphire, but don't eat the sapphire.
just lick the icing and spit the sapphires out like watermelon seeds.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to look at it like that, then maybe you can move it up a little bit. But just I don't know. The thing that worries me is, like I said, it was made for a dragon, and dragons like gemstone, and I feel like no other creature would. So I feel like if you just started eating it, you're just like, this tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but if you want to move it up, I won't stop you, because I know you said you really wanted to try it.
It's fine for now. That looks good to me.
Okay, so A tier. So the muffins we put in A tier, I would move those all the way to the bottom of A tier.
Yeah, I don't know what those are. I don't know what they're made of. Who knows?
Yeah, I think we should put the pancakes at the top of A tier.
Yes.
Because we said those were knocking on the door of S tier.
Mm-hmm. And then.
So, and I think after that, it's pretty. Maybe switch the funnel cakes, and yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Looks good to me.
All right, so S tier is probably going to be the hardest to swap around. I do think the candy apple should be at the very end.
Yeah.
I think Zap apples probably should be king of S tier, because I don't know about you, but Zap apples are the number one thing for me I'd want to try from My Little Pony as far as food.
Probably, yeah. I'd be more interested to know what it tastes like than anything else.
Yeah, so we'll do the Zap apple and then the pie that may or may not be made from Zap apples. Again, Pinkie Pie brought that to Rainbow Dash in a completely separate episode, so maybe she just baked like food coloring or some kind of fruit juice or something into the pie to turn it to that color. But it's kind of hard to tell. I do think that the dessert cake, the combination dessert cake, should be right after that.
This one?
Yeah, okay. Do you think that should go in front of the pie since we don't know if it's made of Zap apple?
Maybe.
Maybe because because that looks like an awesome dessert. So we'll put that there, and then maybe the cake right after the Zap apple pie.
Cake. Wow, you saying the cake would beat the Donutopia?
Yeah, I think the cake would beat Donutopia, and then I think actually that is a good S tier.
Yeah, I think it all looks good.
All right, so are we in agreement? If you want to change anything up, now's your chance.
I think that's perfect. I think we're good at
all
food.
All right. So it looks like the crowned king of MLP food is the Zap apple, at least in our opinion.
Yeah. Did they say? I forgot in the episode they said how long, like between phases, how long it takes for Zap apples to happen.
I think they now. If I'm wrong, I'm sure again people will tell me. But I think you can only harvest them once a year because there's a season. They call it Zap apple season.
Yeah.
And I think that it takes I think it takes 3 days for them to grow, like from sprout to full grown tree with ready to harvest fruit. It takes 3 days. And then once they've sprouted into actual Zap apples, you have 1 day before they just disappear because they're magic or whatever.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
So yeah, so they're magical fruits, so I can only imagine that they taste insanely good.
Do you think they exist in G5? You think they're still making them?
Probably not.
Dang, man, I don't want to think that Sweet Apple Acres is just gone as a company.
Well, everything else is. I don't know. We know carrot dogs exist in G5, so
yeah.
Maybe that's somewhat of a consolation prize.
Well,
but yeah, I think definitely like the cake with all the other desserts added onto it is definitely a heavyweight contender. But I think I gotta put Zap apples above them just because I'm so curious to know what those taste like, and I have to assume that they'd be amazing because of everything the episode said about them.
Yeah, and man, I think that's pretty much it then. Right.
All right, so look at that. We have successfully made a food a tier list of MLP food.
Oh, we're so good at pony food.
We should be professionals.
Aren't we professionals?
I guess we are. I don't know anybody else is doing this. Is this available for other people to do if they want to on Tier Maker?
I think so. I made it personal, but I think I can unmake it personal.
All right, that might be an idea if anybody else wants to do this, and then like tweet us at or something to tell us how wrong we are and how it actually needs to be done.
How actually the peanuts are actually underrated.
Yeah. Hey burgers are S tier. I'll have you know.
You gotta try them first. That was something I thought I could do, is make an actual IRL Hey Burger, but I know other people's probably done that by now.
Oh yeah, like I feel like that's a channel that's just waiting to happen. Is just MLP food in real life.
Yeah, so
Like a binging with Babish, but just for MLP food.
This is how you make Sunny Star Scouts smoothies.
Oh my gosh! If somebody can make, I don't feel like you can make a Zap Apple unless you made like a pastry or a cake or something that's supposed to be one. But I want to try Zap Apple so bad. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, looks good. Well, thanks for helping me rate all these different nutritious foods.
Well, thank you for having me. I had no idea. I knew you said you probably wanted to do a tier list, but I had no idea what I was getting into going into this.
Yeah, I was trying to think of random stuff, you know.
But yeah, this was a whole lot of fun. And now I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna probably go get something to eat.
Yeah, well, I can't have to go eat. I have to go to work, so I have to starve.
You poor guy. Did you eat before this though?
Nope.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Only thing I had today was a cucumber.
Why would you do that to yourself? I have the benefit of the doubt because I didn't know what this was gonna be.
Well, oh well. That's the way things go.
I'm gonna have to look at the restaurants in my area or something and figure out what most closely resembles a Zap Apple.
How do they like? Hasbro has a lot of merchandise. Do they not have like a My Little Pony themed cookbook? Is that a thing?
I can Google it. The first thing that popped up was an MLP baking book,
Ooh.
and the cake on it is rainbow.
Ooh, Zap Apple cake.
So maybe.
Oh.
So yeah, apparently there's a baking book. Looks like there's a G3.5 cupcake recipe book.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's all I'm finding is a baking book, which is still pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess that'll be it for today.
Well, all right. Oh, and I'm seeing some of the. Oh god, these are making me more hungry. I'm seeing some of the pages. There's apple cider donuts, brown sugar snickerdoodles. Okay, I need to stop looking at this. But anyway, yes, thank you, Pearmare, for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Interesting time. So you want to give a last minute, where people can find you?
Okay, well, I'm sure I'll comment on this video as soon as it goes live. So yeah, if you can put up with the sound of my voice, and then maybe go to my channel, see if you can put up with the sight of my face, and maybe consider subscribing, because I do somewhat regular videos. My upload schedule's been a bit of a nightmare lately because I'm in the process of moving. But I do somewhat regular uploads. I do live action skits in a reaction style, and I got a lot of stuff on the shelf. I'm going to be doing videos on the G5 Netflix series when it comes out soon. So definitely subscribe if you don't want to miss that.
Yes, you should, because they're good videos. They're awesome. He gets better after every single one.
Well, thank you. And make sure to subscribe to Pearmare, because he's got a lot of cool stuff in the works that he's been showing me. So you don't want to miss that either.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this video will come out before or after my Project Horizons animation. We will have to see when it gets
are you that close to finishing it?
I'm at the last stretch. I just have to do the last bit of animation, and then the audio has to be made.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it's like, because either you're very close to finishing that, or this is just going to take a while to come out.
Hopefully not. I think I have a friend that's gonna, the Pan we were hanging out with earlier. I think he's gonna said he's gonna edit it, and I'm gonna have like our characters should be somewhere on the screen, maybe.
Okay, well that's cool. I'm sure I'll see what I'm sure I'll be one of the first to see what it looks like when it comes out.
Yeah, I'll show you some stuff that preview stuff that happens probably during the process.
All right, well, thank you for having me, and hopefully people aren't too mad over our culinary taste.
Yeah, putting the strawberry up front first. There you go.
All right, well, so there you go. We're finally heretics.
Yep. All right. see you guys later. Like and subscribe. Follow Ambizar. Do
Yes,
everything you
please.
want to do.
Maybe do it even if you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, what gave you the implication that you had a choice in this?
I don't even have a choice.
I didn't have a choice either. He held me at gunpoint to do all this.
That's true.
Yeah. But I had fun, so it's okay.
Yeah, fun times.
We can dodge the legal implications of that.
Okay, see you guys. Bye. Super last second Ko-Fi supporter. Shout out, you got Exidrus, Lirovan, Stable Coder, Silver Blue Tip, and Kalia Shireza. Thank you. Last minute. How did you make it this far in the video? Why are you still watching? Bye.